Happy Wednesday morning, Millennial Morticians. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of this incredible podcast. I know you could have been anywhere today, but you decided to join us and be with us today. And for that, I am grateful. I hope you guys got the chance to tune into last week's episode. I heard the comments and the feedback. I'm so happy and overjoyed that special episode blessed you guys, encouraged you guys. And I look forward to having more exciting, engaging, and just wisdom-giving guests on this podcast because it makes a difference with our audience and with you guys, my community. Well, I hope you guys are ready for today's episode. Put your seatbelts on, buckle up, get your popcorn out. I hope you are ready to dig into today's topic and learn as much as you can. The title of today's episode is, Did I Leave My Mark? Did I Leave My Mark? It's kind of funny how today's episode is going to start off, and I'll tell you a little backstory of how we got here and then build up like I always do. So, as some of you may know, I have completed my mortuary studies, graduated from Tidewater Community College, and now I attend Old Dominion University, where I plan on graduating with my bachelor's in leadership in the fall of 2026. So in those classes, I've had, different writing materials. I may have a pencil, a marker, a highlighter, different things I want to write with, depending on, what I need to write down and, just the mood I'm in for how important the notes are. I was in class one day and I was just, jotting down notes with my pencil and, just taking notes, just listening, being engaged in class. And I noticed that sometimes it would fade a little bit, which is normal with pencil, or when you open the pages up, sometimes if you press down too hard, it would leave a mark on the other pages. And that was fine too. You just, get an eraser and, erase it. But there was one class I was in which was extremely important. And for some odd reason, I had to use a Sharpie or a marker to write down what the professor was saying. And so I did just that, pulled out the marker and began to write. As I'm writing, I, flip to the next page to take more notes. And I forgot that the Sharpie or the markers bleed through. I don't know how I forgot this, but in the spirit of the moment, just trying to be engaged with the class, I forgot. So what I did was I said, that's interesting. The marker bled through, but the pencil didn't. But they both left a mark behind. I'm going to say that again so you guys can take a note. I wrote with a pencil, it left a mark. I wrote with a marker, it left a mark. But the marker impression was so deep that I could see it on the other pages. I point that part of this week's episode out because we should be living a mark that's so deep, that's so life-defining, that our work ought bleed through everything that we do. Your work that you do, the legacy that you have, the purpose that's given in your life should bleed through the other areas and aspects of your life. And what I found is we're doing a lot of great things. We're doing a lot of incredible things. We're doing a lot of inspiring things. But the work we're doing is easily to erase. And I want the people in this podcast, I want you guys in my audience, I want us to do work. I want us to leave marks behind that people can't erase, that leave an impression, that bleed through, that transform and convert over to somebody else's life that needs that impact, that needs that change, that needs that redefining moment to happen for them. And so writing with that marker empowered me to say or to feel like the things in life that we do, they shouldn't be so easily erasable. They should be so redefining, so deep, so touching, so pure in the moment and in what we do, that we should, as funeral directors and embalmers and funeral home owners, we should leave the deepest marks on people than any other industry. And what I found is after COVID, we kind of got a little lazy, we kind of got a little lax. And instead of writing with that marker, we picked up a pencil or we highlighted over the things that we've already done and kind of repeated it or reverberated it. And that's easy to do. It doesn't take a lot of work. But what does take a lot of work is writing with something that you can't easily erase, that bleeds through, that leaves an impact, and that people are forced to see time and time again. And so I challenge you this week to put down your pencil and pick up your marker. Pick up your Sharpie, maybe even if you have that, and leave a deeper mark that bleeds through to your families, to your friends, to your coworkers. Do something that's redefiningly deep, something that people can feel, people can connect with, people can interact with, something that says, wow, I felt that. Wow, I connected to that. Wow, you changed my perspective in a way I never thought about before. So this week, leave your mark and let it bleed through and watch the impact that you're able to make in so many people's lives. You never know who needs that marker of hope in their life to really help cultivate an atmosphere of growth and personal change and development. You guys know about me. I always encourage you not just to be and to do what we do and love who you are and what we do in our industry, but to be the best you. And to be the best you, you have to be mentally strong. You have to be heart strong. You have to be headstrong. You have to have the right people around your circle. It's so critical and so crucial now more than ever before. Well, guys, I'm your host, Jaden, folks. This is the Millennial Mortician Podcast, a podcast that engraves. I hope you guys like, share, subscribe, and comment on all the different platforms. I hope this week's episode blessed you and encouraged you to bleed through and to do something that's deep and easily transferable to other people to be used and to help others engage in the calling of their lives that we're all trying to discover and still trying to learn more and more about. All right, guys, tune in. See you guys next week. Stay tuned. I got some exciting projects, some exciting surprises coming up, and I hope you guys are ready as we keep growing and keep learning together. Peace out, guys. Stay blessed.